Skyblade battens. We've got super batten systems in our foil race sail. The top three battens are a very special full carbon 8.5 millimeter outside diameter, 5.3 millimeter inside diameter full carbon tube. The top batten has no taper. The next two down have a coupling with a rod, 8.5 rod with a very soft tip, and that if we turned it over, you can see it makes a very forward oriented profile in the top. Then we come to the top batten. These two battens are made with 30% carbon tubes and 8.5 millimeter rods. The 30% carbon tubes are interesting because only 30% carbon, but if you look at them carefully, you can see the carbon stripes. What I'm saying is that the carbon fibers that are in the tube are laid on the very outside of the tube, and that is where the carbon is most effective at making the batten stiff. Then we have a glass tube in the cross batten. The cross batten is supported by the clew, no need for carbon, and we have a 8.5 rod in the bottom batten. So very, very advanced, expensive carbon batten systems are worked into the Skyblade 2024. I'd like to talk a bit about the batten pocket construction that goes into the Skyblade. The batten pockets are above the boom are made with a 4mm X-ply, same material as the window. And we do that because the batten pockets are applied to the sail body. They actually alternate from one side to the other. That's because even though the pocket is made with the same material as the sail, every batten has a seam underneath it. So under the batten pockets, there's a double layer of material, and that makes the sail body slightly more resistant to tensions and pressures than is the pocket. So the result is that the sail body will always be a little bit flatter, and the pocket will have a bit more of a bubble. It makes the batten pocket just slightly asymmetric, which is why we alternate sides to minimize. If they were all on the same side, the sail would want to be on one side more than the other, but because we flip them from side to side, that effect is minimized. And we use X-ply because that matches the stretch resistance of the sail body more accurately. If we were using Dacron for the pockets, the Dacron is definitely more stretchy than the sail body, and that would even make them more asymmetric. So it's a complication for the construction, but it's an improvement in the quality. One of the building features from Loftsails is the way the mount of the roller is mounted onto the sail. You can see here that the mast pocket is extending down under the webbings that mount the tack roller. And that's a contrast to the way things were done before. Not Loftsails, we've always done it this way. But many brands, almost all I would say, would used to mount these webbings onto the panel that's inside the mast pocket. And the mast pocket did not receive the tension from the downhaul. So loading all three layers, the two sides of the mast pocket and the mast panel inside, equalizes tension over the entire luff. And the result is a super clean mast pocket. Another build feature is the Kevlar strips that are mounted around the mast pocket at the cams. So this is a feature because actually every time the sail is rotating, in the middle of the rotation, the cams are pushing against the pocket and the body. And every time that happens, there can be degradation of the sail, slight stretch. So there are Kevlar strips worked around at every cam, and these Kevlar strips prevent any elongation. Also, there's the MCI. The MCI is the metallic cam interface, which is located between the cam and the sail inside the mast pocket at every cam. And this metallic cam interface also prevents any degradation to the sail, as the sail grows older and the rotations mount up, the cam contact on the front of the mast panel can degrade. And this is what the MCI prevents. So the mast pocket over time remains clean. Also, our race sails are made without monofilm. We have X-ply in the foot, various weights. We have X-ply in the mast pocket, X-ply in the window. We have bi-ply in the upper leech, and bi-ply is not monofilm. Bi-ply is 2 layers of monofilm, and the glue has the colorant in between. And this doubles roughly the UV resistance. So the entire sail is UV resistant. More details about the blade mast pocket. Notice that the 2mm X-ply, quad axial X-ply, it extends to the forward seam here. This 2mm X-ply extends to this seam, and it actually extends all the way down under the webbings that mount the roller. In this lower area, on both sides, the mast pocket 2mm is given a layer of the marking cloth, scrim dacron, that reinforces the tack area. The woven material is extending back to the rear edge here, which makes a double ply, 2-ply, running from tack all the way up to the head. And this 2-ply gives resistance to the downhaul tension. That reinforces the integrity of the sail. In the 2-ply, we mount the zippers for the cams, one here and one here. So the zippers are mounted into double layers by the nature of the construction. And I don't think you'll find this on other cammed designs.